Hey there, everybody. My name is Doug Smith, and my wife, she gave me this a list that she wanted everyone to hear because she thinks that it'll help you out as far as Christmas Mass prep, means that it's tomorrow and all with the Christmas Eve Masses. She wanted to make sure this got out into the public so that everybody knew how we prepare for Christmas Mass. And she said the best way to do that is to compare how you would prepare for a regular Mass versus a Christmas Mass. I was not allowed to contribute to this, though I did try, and I paid the price. But this is her list, and so we'll just kind of get right into it. So for a regular Mass, as we are preparing for it, we have a rule in our house that we have to get up at least 10 minutes before Mass starts. So if you are going to a 9 a.m. Mass, 8:50 is when the latest wake-up call is in our house. So trying to make sure you get up 10 minutes before, because that way you can at least try to get there by the time that the homily starts. We like to do what we call the sneak in, which is basically you try to kind of walk in right when they're doing the sit down after the gospel. Everybody's standing, Father can't see you, so you get in there, and it's pretty nice. You can get in and sit right down. But anyway, that's kind of a normal Mass. Christmas Mass, of course, is going to be different. For instance, if you decide to go to a 4 p.m. Mass on Christmas Eve, wake up time in our family would be 6 a.m. It'd be 6 a.m. And part of that, part of the reason for that is that there is a scheduled arrangement of eating that is going to happen that day. We are all in our house required to go to lunch and breakfast that day. They're kind of feasts that have been set up. You don't want to miss those. I have paid the price for missing those. They're not optional. So Christmas Eve breakfast and Christmas Eve lunch, not optional. On a regular Sunday, you just eat after Mass. Obviously, you're waking up 10 minutes before. There's not time to snarf down a burger before. Church won't let you anyway. So it's actually a pretty good deal in the long run, because what we do afterward is we hit up the Mickey D's, right? So you leave Mass and you go and you get the McDonald's, and it's pretty easy to throw burritos at kids in the car, throw them on back, right? So, but that is not the case on Christmas Eve day. There is a schedule to eating, and you do not miss. So you get up, and when you get up, then it's time to prepare for Mass. When you wake up on a regular Mass day, on a regular Sunday, it's important to know that you can wear whatever you want. Preferably pick something that has been worn the day before, because it's probably still on the floor. You'll be able to find it real easy, real nice. Socks, whatever. It's all right there. So it hasn't made its way to the hamper yet. You can find it real easy. So just throw on whatever you can. And, when it comes to your hair and whatnot, we like to do what we call the driving comb or the driving brush. Listen, when you're a parent, you master the art of driving with one hand. God gave you two hands. You only need one to drive, right? If you need one, and we'll get to that. But you really only need one at most. And so the other hand, it's free to do what it wants. So you can sit back there and comb. I watched my wife one time, right? I watched her eat an ice cream cone, slap 3 kids in the back seat, right? And keep a straight line for 100 miles, right? It's amazing what you can do. Knee driving is okay. But so fixing your hair and whatnot, but you're in the day before clothes. This is not, I repeat, this is not anywhere near acceptable for Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve Mass, we will all match. I was told to repeat that. Everybody will match. Boys are to be in green plaid, girls in red. The boys' hair is to be combed, greased, and gelled. Girls must be in curls, a perm, 3 cans of hairspray, and matching bows applied and glued in if necessary. So the little one keeps taking it out of her hair. We glue it in if you have to. Okay, and these clothes are not to be put on until after the last meal. Right? So by 2 p.m., they're to be ready, but after, you do not eat once you put those clothes on. That's very important. Once again, I have made the mistake of attempting to eat. A grease spot cannot be gotten out of a tie as easily as you think it is, and the consequences are dire. So no eating after you have put the clothes on for Christmas Mass. And once again, a part of that, once those clothes are on, there is no movement to be had, voluntary or involuntary. Okay? Everything will be nice and calm. All clothing items are to be left in place. This extends to and applies especially in the car and in the church. Right? That was another high emphasis there. See, at a regular Sunday Mass, we go back to that. We find it important to make sure that the kids get some of that rambunctiousness out before the Mass. So on the way to Mass, it's encouraged for them to kind of horseplay a little bit in the back. Sometimes that spills over into the church. What are you going to do? But you try to get that out in the car, but not on Christmas Mass Day. Them clothes are on. You ain't doing nothing. You're sitting still. All right. Important to know what you're going to bring. If you got the little baby, you pack on a Christmas Eve Mass. You're going to pack that bag the night before. But on a regular Mass Day, you just grab it as you're on your way out the door. The most important thing that you need to have are Cheerios. And at a regular Mass, you need to put them in a spillable container, right? So that the baby after you, the Mass after, can enjoy those Cheerios that are left on that pew. It's real important that they're able to do that. That's just being kind and generous to the next person. But on a Christmas Mass, it's a little more involved. I'm in charge of packing the diaper bag, and my checklist basically includes enough trinkets, clothes, diapers, wipes to keep the baby happy, fresh for a month. Okay? All packed the night before. And Cheerios are to be in there, but they are to be labeled and counted individually and put in this vault-like container that I can't even open. My wife has to open it. I think she does that on purpose. But, it's to keep them from going anywhere. Those Cheerios don't leave that container at Christmas Mass. So there's that. We have a rule during Mass at a regular Mass that if the kids ain't crying, fighting during Mass, you're probably doing it wrong. Right? They need to be a little bit all over. But we do have a rule that all awkward body and mouth noises are limited to 10 or less during the homily. Right? During the regular part of Mass, it don't matter. You can't really hear them. But in the homily, Father can pick them out, and he's going to get you. Okay, so we limit those to 10. Once again, let me go back to Christmas Mass. There's another reminder that no movement, noises, bodily functions, or anything of the sort will be allowed at Mass at all. Ever. Ever. I don't know why she put that second ever in there. But, so there you have it. They're a little bit different for Christmas Mass. Once again, also she wrote on here, at a regular Mass, there's repeated reminders to the husband and the kids to stop complaining. To stop their complaining, which I'm guilty. But at a Christmas Mass, the rule changes a little. The husband and the children are not allowed to speak from noon until an hour after Mass. That's a good rule. I agree with that rule. I got myself in trouble many times with this. So that's a good rule. That's a good rule. After Mass, at a regular Mass, you leave in a blur. You try to get it to the car as quick as you can. Listen, if you don't get to the car quick enough, you're going to find yourself in an awkward spot at McDonald's because you're going to be eating cold burritos. Okay, it's happened before. Everyone's been there. So you want to get out of there and to the McDonald's, the Mickey D's, as quick as you can. Okay, but at Christmas Mass, she says in all caps, sit right where you are after Mass. We will be taking pictures. Very important. You are not to miss pictures. If you are not in the family Christmas picture, you will pay dearly. So make sure you're in that Christmas picture. And finally, all clothing items, at a regular Mass, all clothing items are expected to be discarded through the rest of the day, starting with Mass itself. So you're going to have socks and shirts and all kinds of things spread between the church, the car, the house, the lawn, all over the place, right? Under the seat, in the car, and the back of the church in the lost and found. Those are like treasure troves for missing clothing items. If you're missing a sock, you can go in there and find one. It ain't just the kids either. I walked out of there one time missing one shoe. I was missing half a shirt. I don't know what happened, but I found it later. One of them under the car, one of them back at church. So that's expected. All your clothes just kind of spread all over the place. Not at Christmas Mass. At Christmas Mass, all clothing items they will remain on your person until after you have gotten to the house and securely through the front door. At that time, all clothing items will be removed and placed back in the airtight container they came out of. Once again, right when we get through the front door. Those are important things to remember. That's kind of the general checklist, and I hope it helps you the way that it's helped me over the years. And God bless y'all, and have a happy and a Merry Christmas.